You're listening to Thrive Now with Dr. J. Calvin Tibbs.
You know, the last time we were together, we talked about Mr. Smith talking to Mr. Anderson in the movie The Matrix, and he asked the question while he had him in a headlock. You know what that is, Mr. Anderson? He said that's the sound of inevitability, which was a train coming, and he thought that was going to be the end. Sort of like the countdown clock that goes on in every sporting event as well as in life. We're going to talk about the sound of inevitability up next on Thrive Now. Hope you are having a wonderful moment. Dr. J. Calvin Tibbs with you. You know, there are two clocks that you are hearing as it relates to the ticking, because there are two clocks in life that exist. Listen to it. Yeah, see, one is called the Chronos, and the Chronos is the synchronized reality of the 24 hours in a day that we all have. Then there's another one called the Kairos. The Kairos is the moment in the Chronos. In other words, there are times to do things in time. Time is linear in one regard, that would be the Chronos. But then time is cyclical when it comes to the Kairos, because every moment is not a moment where everything happens. There's a time to sleep. There's a time to get up. There's a time to go to work. And depending upon what time it is on the Chronos, then the moment arrives in time. Nobody really, not a lot at least, knew that we would be in a time like this. But we all woke up and clocked in. Everybody has the same amount of ticks, 60 of them, seconds, 60 ticks inside of 1 minute, 24 hours in one day, 2,480, I believe, 2,480 hours roughly annually. And when it comes down to that, that's work hours, by the way. When it comes down to that, everybody is clocking in. And at the same time, y'all, some people are clocking out. I guess I stopped by really just to encourage you with this. We all have the same amount of time, but what we do with it has everything to do with productivity, both here and beyond. I encourage you, while you are here and the clock is ticking and you have clocked in, to begin the process. It's called metacognition, of thinking about how you think, about you, about others, about life, about God. See, because in the end, he sets outside of time and uses the clock, literally the sun and the moon, to set appointments. And everybody has an appointed time. I don't know what your time is when you're saying goodnight, goodbye for the last time, but I tell you what, while you are still clocked in, make the best use of your time. When you figure out how to do that, don't take a whole lot. You, my brother and my sister, are going to start thriving at that moment, even right now.
You're listening to Thrive Now with Dr. J. Calvin Tibbs. Check out the Thinking Out Loud Network at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com.